so already, please make sure you hit that like button. If you have not done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you have not done so already, please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And not that, but shout out to all the new subscribers, man. We have 500. We really do appreciate it, man. Our hard work is paying off, and I think you guys see the hard work, and we just got it, man. We've been grinding nonstop. Anyhow, guys, how's it been going, man? What's happening? What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Chilling, man. Just
Hey, I'm chilling, man. Blessings, yo. Happy that we over 500 subscribers, and there's many more to go, buddy. We almost there.
Yeah, a road to 1,000. After we hit 1,000, I'm thinking about 1,000,000. You so is it this is how it is? But go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right, what's up going on, folks? What's going on, folks? Y'all see the title as this is still steaming up. Donald Trump has been indicted. I'm just gonna read it right here. So this is what you need to know about his indictment. So former President Donald Trump faces more than 30 counts related to business fraud in a Thursday indictment from a Manhattan grand jury, according to sources. It is the first time in U.S. history that a current or former president has been criminally charged. The indictment was filed under seal. Sealed charges are not yet public. Trump is expected to appear in court Tuesday afternoon for his arraignment. Trump's attorney said the former president will absolutely voluntarily surrender to New York City law enforcement and plans to file supplemental legal changes. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has been investigating the former president in connection with his alleged role in hush money payment scheme covering up involvement of star Stormy Daniels that stated date to his 2016 presidential election. So Keen's going to play a video going more details about his indictment, and after that we're going to cook it up.
Finally did it. He did it. They finally indicted Donald Trump. It's the thing that they have been seeking for years on end, basically since 2015, when Donald Trump decided that he was going to run for the presidency. Certainly since he actually won the presidency in 2016, the left has been foaming at the mouth, seeking the day when Donald Trump would be frog marched into a police precinct somewhere and then thrown in jail. And many prosecutors all over the nation have been aiming at this for a long time, but it was only Alvin Bragg, the brave and true, the guy who won't prosecute like any crime in New York, but he definitely will prosecute a supposed misdemeanor that happened back in 2015. That guy, well, he is going for it. The grand jury yesterday finally decided they would go forward with the indictment of Donald Trump. Alvin Bragg tweeted out, quote, "This evening, we contacted Mr. Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender to the Manhattan DA's office for arraignment on a Supreme Court indictment, which remains under seal. Guidance will be provided when the arraignment date is selected." According to the New York Times, Trump's indictment comes on as many as 34 charges of falsifications of business record. Now, here's the thing. These charges, the falsification of business record charge, that's a misdemeanor. In order to elevate that to a felony, so as to escape the statute of limitations, and so as to effectuate probably an arrest, in order for any of that to happen, they have to tie that to a campaign finance violation. The campaign finance violation, as we've talked about before, is specifically the question as to whether Stormy Daniels was paid off by Donald Trump using his own personal funds rather than using campaign funds when it actually was a quote-unquote campaign expenditure. So the question is going to come down to whether Trump paid off Stormy Daniels because he would have paid her off at any time because he's for sure signed hush money payments before, or whether he was doing it as an election expense and then failing to properly bill that to his campaign, instead paying it via Michael Cohen. Now, Michael Cohen did go to jail on the basis of pleading guilty to something like that, but then Cyrus Vance, who was the DA in New York at the time, refused to elevate those charges against Trump. The feds refused to elevate campaign finance charges against Trump. Only Alvin Bragg, 7 years later, is now doing this, which is kind of absurd. The New York Times says Donald Trump was indicted in Manhattan on Thursday for his role in paying hush money to a porn star, according to 5 people with knowledge of the matter, a historic development that will shake up the 2024 presidential race and forever mark him as the nation's first former president to face criminal charges. Listen, the Democrats have now broken the glass. And they broke glass in case of emergency. And now that glass is broken, it's going to be very hard to put it back together because here's the deal. Democrats do this all the time. They take a step that is absolutely unprecedented in American history, say, kill the filibuster for judicial nominees. And not very long afterward, that entire process boomerangs around on them, and Republicans are ramming through Supreme Court nominees with 51 votes. Well, if you think this is the last time you are going to see a former president indicted, you got another thing coming. Now that Democrats have made clear that they are willing to go after a former president on the flimsiest of charges, and again, we'll get to how flimsy these charges are in just 1 second, you can just expect there will be politically motivated prosecutors on every side of the aisle going after everybody's favorite politicians. So we have now entered an era in which the opposition is basically under threat of legal indictment at all times. According to the New York Times on Thursday evening, after news of the charges had been widely reported, the DA's office confirmed that Trump had been indicted and that prosecutors had contacted Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender. 3 people with knowledge of the matter said Trump was expected to turn himself in and face arraignment early next week, at which point the specific charges would be unsealed. Trump had for decades avoided criminal charges despite persistent scrutiny and repeated investigation, creating an aura of legal invincibility the indictment threatens to puncture. That's one way to put it in New York Times. The other way to put this is that this is a trumped-up charge and that they are going after Trump mainly because Alvin Bragg wanted to make a headline and because Democrats had to have their day. This whole situation just smacks of the Chekhov's gun idea. Right? There's this idea in theater, the playwright, Antonin Chekhov, that if you put a gun above the mantle in the first act, it must be used by the end of the second act. The looming threat of an indictment on Trump, that's been the gun above the mantle since 2015. It was going to be used somewhere in here. Trump himself put out a statement in response in which he called Bragg a disgrace. Trump's actual statement reads, "This is political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. From the time I came down the golden escalator at Trump Tower, even before I was sworn in as your president of the United States, the radical left Democrats, the enemy of the hardworking men and women of this country, have been engaged in a witch hunt to destroy the Make America Great Again movement. You remember it just like I do. Russia, 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 the Mueller hoax, Ukraine, 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 impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, the illegal and unconstitutional Mar-a-Lago raid, and now this. The Democrats have lied, cheated, and stolen in their obsession with trying to get Trump. But now they've done the unthinkable, indicting a completely innocent person in an act of blatant election interference. Never before in our nation's history has this been done. The Democrats have cheated countless times over the decades, including spying on my campaign, but weaponizing our justice system to punish a political opponent who just so happens to be a president of the United States and by far the leading Republican candidate for president has never happened before, ever, says Donald Trump in his statement. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, who was handpicked and funded by George Soros, is a disgrace. Rather than stop the unprecedented crime wave taking over New York City, he's doing Joe Biden's dirty work, ignoring the murders and burglaries and assaults he should be focused on. This is how Bragg spends his time." Again, this is all Donald Trump's statement. "I believe this witch hunt will backfire massively on Joe Biden. The American people realize exactly what the radical left Democrats are doing here. Everyone can see it. So our movement and our party, united and strong, will first defeat Alvin Bragg, then we'll defeat Joe Biden. We're going to throw every last one of these crooked Democrats out of office so we can make America great again." So listen, it's a shot in the arm to Trump's campaign, just on a political level. Things are going to get very spicy very quickly now.
All right, fellas. We was hearing it for a while that it was just gonna happen. You know, I remember he was saying that I think it was this past Tuesday or Tuesday before that he was gonna go to surrender himself to jail, and he was telling people come here and fight for your country and everything. And I remember he said that the next day I remember New York, started to gather up and be prepared to for his indictment, take him to jail and everything, but so it didn't happen that day. So now, it's happening now, it's breaking news, it's making buzz, Donald, Donald, he can never stay out of trouble, you know that. So what y'all think about it? I'm gonna pass to you guys. What y'all think about this?
This right here is just another political ploy to pretty much to try to rig the election. They know Trump, the next election gonna come around, Trump gonna win big, and he's gonna win with a landslide. I don't think nobody at this point, there is no opposition against Trump. Now, people are saying Ron DeSantis might be another co-opponent against Trump, but I don't think it's gonna work. And mind you, now since he's been quote unquote indicted, he's gonna be the first president to be indicted. Number one, which automatically gonna bring up his polls numbers up because people are like, man, that means the whole time he was telling the truth. So it's gonna bring more voters into his way. To me, I think it's too many situations that's going on right now within America to be focused just on Trump. And not only that, but they indicted this man over something that happened in 2016. a quote unquote porn star, a harlot, a whore, they would say. Like, really, dude? So, New York gonna spend New York taxpaying dollars to try to put this man in jail. This is a laughable moment, and I promise you, I was reading the comments, and then some of the comments, like you go down the comments, like in the shade room and like Twitter, you will read the comments, and some of the comments people say put him in jail, but they're not saying put him in jail because of that. They're telling him put him in jail because they don't like the man. But we're gonna go more into that. That was just wanting to make that opening statement. I think it's just a waste of time, and it's just another distraction, of course. And if not only that, but they asked Joe Biden, what do you think about Trump being indicted? Joe Biden didn't even know what was going on. He had no comment. But I'll pass it on to Hakeem. Go ahead.
No, definitely. For me, I'm gonna say it like this. There's presidents who have done worse. I just think particularly this is just a personal attack on Donald Trump to try to teach him a lesson. If we go down a list of things that people have done and they have not been arrested and they have not been charged, which was crazy. Remember Hillary Clinton with the whole Benghazi situation, her leaked emails. For God's sakes, Biden's son had private a computer that had with secrets on it. We can go down the list of people, Bush with the whole oil thing overseas and all that, and not disclosing certain things. So people have done worse. Are you stressing about him buying a prostitute? Let's talk about the war, the war crimes that the presidents have done. I just think that they're scared that he's going to come, and he is the revolution, and the revolution should not be televised.
I like that, Hakeem. Yeah, for me, yo, I don't care what they do with Donald. They can do whatever, but some way, somehow, I told my wife this earlier, he's gonna go for president next year. He's definitely going for president next year. They could try all they want, bringing in something that's old back in, like I said, 2016, just to, really, really grit on them, to really try to get on them. And then, New York got to play all them tax dollars, like Ronnie said, to keep that man, because, New York City is a liberal city. And then, also New York is a blue state. So, but yeah, I mean, for me, I can't wait to see more. We'll see what's going, see the process, how the process is going to happen. Because me, I'm gonna stay focused on this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gonna stay focused because, I'm gonna see what Donald Trump lawyers are going to say. I definitely want to hear what the prosecutor is going to say, because the prosecutor is trying to get Donald Trump as badly. I think she right. It's a lady, right? I believe it's a lady. The prosecutor. I believe it's a lady. But yeah, she was. I was here months ago. About the crimes that these charges that he did. That she was trying to really, really get this man. Really, really get this man. But yeah, Trump. He's definitely gonna find a way. I'm definitely gonna be watching. His supporters is definitely gonna come to New York and definitely support. I think that's the number one thing we're gonna see is people, his Donald Trump support, fly from different cities and different states and come with the streets and support this man. I mean, full support, because Donald Trump, he has the, like I said on one of the episodes, he has one of the biggest supporters that I've ever seen of any man can do in history, because he can definitely gather some supporters, yo.
Barack Obama had the same amount of supporters, but it's just that because of what's just transpiring within the nation. Mind you, Jonah, you have right now, people not paying attention to what's going on. Literally right now, China, Iran, Russia is trying to move away from the dollar.
Yeah,
that's something that need to be very alarming. That's gonna bring the dollar value all the way down. So Trump is the only guy, I'm being honest, that's the only guy that's gonna bring the economy right back where it needs to be. So that would say this one right here is just, to me, it's just stupid. And to be honest with you, I'm just being honest with you, or with you guys on the panel and also the people in the chat. Trump don't really need to do no campaign, because by them indicting him with this alone brought his polls numbers to the top. It beat Ron DeSantis. It beat Biden because people are already saying like, okay, some of the stuff Trump was saying about this Biden administration and also what's going on within the economy and what's going on within the government is true. You know, why would they take a man down? I'm not gonna talk about Joe Biden because there's stuff on Joe Biden that's just cricket all around. But why would they try to take this man down? But yet they're not trying to indict Joe Biden in cases that he has done in the past. Joe Biden has done a lot of cases in the past. You know what I'm saying? And even Hakeem can tell you, yeah, Joe Biden has done that terrible things in the past. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I want people to look at this from a point of the main objective that these liberals are trying to do is make Donald Trump not able to run. That's the whole objective of this. He's not going to go to prison. His objective is to be able to bar him from ever becoming president again, forever him having any type of power or be able to evoke any change. And that's the thing. Y'all got to look at it from that point and see it from and how to position yourself from a mental point. Like, why are they doing this to this man? Because he's starting a revolution, and regardless, just like what Ronnie said, all he has to do is run. At least half of the country's going to vote for him, if not all.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely can see that. Like I said, without the campaign, it's like, you know, his supporters could do the campaign for him. I could definitely see his supporters could do the campaign for him, you know, from social media, for television. Some people prefer to decide. I would definitely like to see if he runs, like who his vice president is going to be, because, you know, him and Pence, you know, that ended badly, ended very, very badly. But yeah, man, definitely want to see what the liberals is going to say about it, you know, about the indictment and everything. I do want to hear from Joe Biden, you know, even though he said he didn't want to comment, but I definitely want to hear his side, you know, when it comes down, because I definitely know, like I said, if, you know, Donald Trump beat this case, you know, I definitely will say that if Donald Trump wins this case, which I clearly think he is, you know, Joe Biden definitely gonna say something about it. You know, he's
but this case, but the thing is really nothing to comment. It's stupid,
right?
Like it's literally stupid. Like what they trying to get him on the Stormy Daniel case because supposedly he paid her. No, not supposedly he did. His campaign manager paid her a couple of grand just to keep her mouth shut because they were sleeping together. But it's like, okay, oh, you know, that's hush money. That's hush money. So at the end of the day, how many people did Joe Biden pay? How many people did Barack Obama pay? If they actually do and dig in and do the research. That was it. It's just a decoy, so people won't pay attention to what's going on within the economy, because right now the economy is pretty much a shithole. People are losing jobs. Like I said, the American dollar is going down. So it's like, okay, you putting this man into you trying to put this man into jail, but everybody know Trump is the truth. They know soon you put this man back into office, they know the economy is gonna go right back up. The victim, though, like people always say, the victim Olympics is pretty much gone. People gonna focus on let's get America great again, back into where it used to be as the number one currency within the world. Right now, America is not the number one currency in the world. It's number two now.
And it's going to continue to drop, because what you said about, you know, it's going to continue to drop. You know, it's really bad out here. You know, especially with inflation. You know, grocery prices, people getting evicted. You know, I'm definitely seeing here that latest high of homeless rate, because, you know, rents keep going up. You know, a lot of people especially here, a lot of people, you know, got to leave these big cities like New York, Miami, especially here in Los Angeles, because they can't afford it no more.
Yeah.
They really can't afford it, you know. And to me, you know, that's the thing, you know, you gotta, a lot of these you know, millennials and Generation X's, they gotta move back to their parents because they can't afford rent. Go ahead. I'm saying that's telling
the truth. It's just the leftists, they just trying to power to not have a strong patriarchy within the White House anymore. They wanted to do their own thing, want to run the country to the shithole that it is today. Like, mind you, there's certain bills that's getting passed that's not really benefiting, especially when it comes to the black community and when it also comes for conservative people that trying to keep the center of God and how they want God to govern this nation. But yeah, they changing everything around. You see how everything is becoming. There was a recent interview Trump did with what's his name? I think damn, I forgot his name. He normally be on Fox News. He just did a recent interview and he was saying how literally the government has failed the American people. I never heard Biden talk nothing like that, but literally he said the government have failed the American people in the aspect of the American people have now lost trust within the government. They don't trust the government anymore because they're seeing that, hey, every time they put their trust into the government will always go left field and they always left them in the rut. Like you said, Jordan, the other day, you see how Biden keep every month sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine, but yet won't send billions of dollars to help the black community or to help other communities. But he's sending money over there in the Ukraine. For what? And not only that, keep it in mind, Trump said, so when he comes into office, he's going to end the Ukrainian war. He's going to end that. He's going to end it. So that's another thing people got to pay attention to. That was it's a lot of stuff that's going on. Go ahead.
That's the thing. I definitely agree because, like I said, him and Putin, they buddies. He really admires Putin because if he's backing up, he can end the war. Because like I said, Joe keeps sending money out of nowhere just to give Ukraine. The thing is, it's like, and remember, with that, it's like I don't know what it could get to too, because remember, Putin, I think he has one for express too about sending the Ukraine children to Ukraine and deporting them to Russia. I believe that too. I think that was like last week. But yeah, Joe Biden, he's been very, very shitty, very, very disappointing, super duper disappointing. It's like I said, this is if by the end of 2024, this might be worse than the 2018 recession.
Man, I don't know how long Joe Biden's gonna last in that office. I think by next year, Joe Biden should probably already been stepping down. He can't even remember his name. On a recent interview, he forgot who he was. He still thought he was a senator. So if you got a man that's in office still thinking he's a senator and he actually the president of the United States, like the people really, when they voted in this election, they voted pretty much based on emotion. They didn't really vote based on logic. Everything Trump has put in place, especially for the black community, has been abolished. It's been gone. There's no money coming into the HBCUs, which was Trump allowed the government to fund the HBCUs. There's no money coming in because Biden got rid of it. The job market has completely. Don't get me wrong. There is like 5 million more jobs, but there's a job like Hakeem said, the job people don't want. During the Trump administration, there were jobs everywhere.
Yeah,
literally jobs everywhere. I mean, management position, tech job, everything. Everybody was benefiting. And now I guess, and mind you, people don't even know what's going on. Disney right now is about to go bankrupt. Disney right now, they end up, I think, $50 billion debt?
And
Disney
debt. And the thing is, majority of that is the ESPN, because ESPN is they about to employ almost like a whole bunch of people. I think by the end of April.
Yeah. So this thing is getting crazy out here. That was it. People are not paying attention. They just hate Trump so much. But if people just open up their eyes and see what's really transpiring here, it's about to get ugly. By next year, this world's about to get real ugly.
Yeah,
people don't wake up.
And we talk about different issues or different episodes of what's going on around the country as well. That affects what the Democrat is doing. Like with the Tennessee shooting, what did Joe Biden say? Oh, we're gonna push it to Congress. What does that mean? Why are you not fighting for this? It's like every time with a mass shooting comes, he just said, pass it to Congress. They just these need to figure it out. You don't see no passion when he talk about stuff like this. And I don't see why people are figuring it out. It's like when he talks about it, you see he has no. I don't see no remorse in his eyes, and I don't see the passion of trying to end this. And it's like that with Donald Trump. He's not doing a goddamn thing. I mean, I'm sorry, Joe Biden's not doing anything. My bad. He's not doing nothing whatsoever.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. If people really hate this man, My thing is, okay, I understand you may dislike the man, whatever. You might call him a racist, you might call him an idiot, whatever. But my thing is, look at the policy he's trying to put in place for the country to build the country where it once was. But the people thing is, they're not thinking of the long term. They're thinking of the short term. Oh, Trump did this. Trump slept with a porn star. Trump is he's very idiotic. Trump he don't care about women. But I'm like, most of these politicians don't care about women.
Yeah. That's true. Especially in the white community. Like I said, when they vote usually. That's how Donald Trump won.
Yeah.
Was the white women, especially in the white community.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. It's like I said, Donald Trump has done some great things. Only thing he might not pretty good. He probably needs, got the pandemic. Like I think he should have. But other than that, to me, like I said, I think he did the best he can. He was, like I said, and he really gave the governors to say, hey, do what y'all need to do. Sending out the stimulus checks, sending out the raising the price, raising the money on unemployment. Mm-hmm. I mean, it got so bad that it got people not want to work again because they got so lazy. But like I said, Donald Trump, when he was in office, I feel like my pockets was a little bit tighter and a little bit heavier compared to Joe, because with Joe, it's like it's like living in LA. It's like it's just, even though I got rents and everything, it's like I can't even save money no more. I'm barely putting money in stocks and everything.
Yeah, but Chickamauga say name one of the policies Trump there. One of the policies he made was for HBCUs, which allowed the government to fund each semester close to, I think, over $250,000 for each semester.
Yep.
And I mean for each HBCU, not just one. Each HBCU. That means private and non-private.
And you see how many? There was a picture of how many people from the HBCUs came and congratulated and everything because they was happy. Like I said, because like I said, HBCUs are so underfunded, and we talk about
that. He also passed a law when it comes to when people like child trafficking. If you find prosecuted, you automatically got life in prison without no possibility of parole. So how people just say, they get life in prison and come out, they're not coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the black conservative.
I don't trust the extreme black conservatives, because some of them black conservatives can be extreme, and it's like I can't mess with that. If you're a black conservative, cool, but if you're too extreme, no, I can't mess with you, yo. You it's too much.
And not only that, when it comes to tax dollars, I don't know, when you do your taxes, that's because of Trump. Trump added another additional $12,000. Mm-hmm. So if you're a business owner, because normally they take out 12, but under the Trump administration, when it came to the IRS taxes, if you had like any businesses, you get another additional $12,000. So now this time with this IRS taxes, a lot of people didn't get enough tax break. You can do research on that. The IRS didn't get a lot of people tax breaks, and a lot of people was upset about that.
That's true.
Trust me, Sugar, I do my homework. Trust me, I do my homework. I just don't.
Remember, he did the Jobs for Heroes Act. This law makes it easier for veterans to apply for a commercial driver license.
Correct. That is correct.
A lot of these veterans, they can't. They don't have the information to do that.
And also, he passed another thing too. When it comes to your government, your governor at your state. Normally, they will try to go to the Senate or the Congress for certain laws. They don't need to do that anymore. That's why you see certain laws in your state getting passed. And you be like, why didn't you go to the Senate or the Congress? Because Trump passed a law. That's why it's very important to know what's going on within your state, because Trump has a law that the state should have complete control. So I'm saying it's a lot of things he did. A lot of people have to understand something, which is surprising. A lot of black men voted for Trump. That's what people don't understand. A lot of black men voted for Trump. They didn't vote for Biden.
Yeah.
According to the polls. But Sugar made me laugh with that one. She like, I don't trust. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with her to a certain extent about that one.
yeah. And what's another thing too? Not only that, but under Trump, there was no war. There was no war. There was no rumors of war. There was nothing.
Nope, not at all.
Most black men vote Democrat by a memorable. No, see, if you say black man in a whole, I would say yes. But if you're talking about just a regular black man, I would say no. Because there's a lot. I think most of us on this platform are we're very optimistic. We just go like, okay, whatever makes sense. We're not Republican, not Democrat. We just go what makes logical sense. I don't know. Y'all are Republicans. I don't know. Jordan, are you Republican or no?
No, I'm a non-party. I just see who yeah, I'm a non-party.
How can you a Republican or you non-party? Non-party, right?
No, I'm a Republican.
So Hakeem's the only one that's Republican. I'm a non-party. I just vote for whatever makes sense. Whoever has the best policies, that's what I vote for.
You know, that's the same with me. That goes for local and state as well.
Yeah. So Hakeem, what is your thoughts about it? I know you just coming in, so I want to know what's your thoughts on the whole Trump situation.
Overall, like, I just look at it like a witch hunt, man. Like, you know what I mean? I just think that they need to make somebody a poster boy to put all the drama that was in. You know what I mean? That was already going on in the U.S. I just think they don't like him. I think that he's not a textbook traditional politician. This is why the whole world is getting mad at him. I think it's about time for us to start to use him as a tool to get what we want. The enemy of the enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
And also he was bringing that, because I was just doing research right now, I forgot. He also was bringing religion back into school, because remember prayer was taken out of school. He was allowing the school to now make a decision if they want to allow prayer to be back in school. And I was telling, one time I was on a panel and I was talking to a guy. It was a Christian guy. I was talking to him and I told him, growing up, I never heard about police shooting. They probably was real, but I never heard about it, because I told him the reason why is most of the time before we went to school or when we were in school, they always had prayer. It seemed like when prayer got taken out, it seemed like all the violence came, because we always had prayer. We always did the pledge of allegiance. There was never no issue within school. Now, you had your normal fights, but I never heard like somebody got shot every single month. I would never hear nothing like that. I don't know, Jordan, have you heard it, because you from Michigan?
Not really. Not really. You know, that's a great point. I never heard any police brutality at the. Yeah, not really. No, Rodney, think about it. No, that's you made a good point, Rodney. No, not at all.
What about you, Hakeem? Oh.
I'll repeat that last question. My bad, brother.
You growing up, have you ever heard about police shooting? Because it seemed like I ain't gonna say both administration, it seemed like there's more police shooting. Do you think it's because of the aspect of them eliminating the prayer in school?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, brother. And my whole life, I think I probably heard of 2 shootings in my whole life living in Miami. That has to deal involving any type of police officer, just 2 shootings.
See, there you go. I would say it makes sense. And Trump was bringing that back. So like I would say, certain stuff that we used to have, we don't have it anymore, and you see how the world's becoming. And not only that, when we used to do trade for foreign affairs, like for overseas, Trump administration would tax them. So what's that bring? That'd bring more economy back into the United States. So any trades of good that's coming from overseas, they will have to pay another additional tax. So that also go back into the American pocket. So, but when on the Biden, that got taken away. So it's just like I was saying, like stuff like that, people just gotta pay attention to. Now the whole topic is, do you think he's gonna be indicted? I don't think it's gonna go through. I will be shocked If I find out next week Trump is literally going to jail, I will be shocked, but I will feel like it's another political ploy. I don't know. I don't know what the guys
If
think.
you do, Ronnie, it's like he'll be in there for maybe an hour or two. And then he's going to get the bond. He's going to get bound out. A lot of people's waiting for his mugshot and everything. If he actually going to do it, and then if they do, they're going to make it as a meme.
And then not only that, but Jordan, according to people, they say he might not even go to jail because the simple fact is they say his lawyer's going to take everything. Don't say our president actually in the jail cell.
Yeah.
And then if somebody asked me who should have went to jail, if you ask me who should have went to jail, I can give you a name. I could be like Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, freaking Fauci wasn't the president, but I give you Nixon.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Ronald Reagan. There's so many people that are supposed to go to jail. Even Hakeem can tell you, he'll give you a name. Like so many people are supposed to go to jail. So if this man go to jail, it's some bullcrap. Hakeem, what's your thoughts on that? What? Hakeem, what's your thoughts on that? I don't know. He went to the restroom.
No,
What's your thoughts on that? What happened if you think Trump will get indicted?
Yo, they're just trying to make this whole thing a spectacle, man. Like he's not going to jail, but they're all wasting the American people's time and shit. When we really got bigger fish to fight, we're hemorrhaging the treasury. Inflation's up. People can barely buy a loaf of bread. The pantry lines is wrapped around the corner. Crime is going up out the where. So you indicting Trump doesn't do no favor for us. And that's my point on that. Because that shit crazy. Like when you look at it, you know what I mean? It's a witch hunt. It is a witch hunt. They want that man up out of here.
I'm just trying to see his how much would it cost for him to be indicted. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm trying to see how much it would cost him to be indicted, but they don't have the complete cost. Hey, Zombie!
Hey, what's going on, Zara? I see you in
I ain't seen you in a long time.
Long time. Welcome.
I'm trying to see the cost, but they don't have his cost yet of his let's say if he do go to court, how much it would cost the taxpayers in New York City, how much for them to pay. So that means New York, I think is going to be hurt by this because now they're using the people resources they can use for something else to try to put this man in jail. And mind you, if he find out not guilty, he could flip it and sue them and countersue. Now he's more in the bag.
And the thing is, he can make, and he used that in his campaign. Look what they trying to do to me, America. Look what they trying to do to me. I beat the case. I did nothing wrong. I running for president. You guys, we gonna do this, you guys. You know how Donald Trump is. He's charismatic and he can make something bad, something good. And it can be funny.
Well, from what I found right here, they say it could cost him they say up to $16 million.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's
and legal fees. And remember, he's the president, so you don't have to pay for that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is they joking with the amount of shit New York is going through? The thing they're trying to fight gang violence, trying to fix the street, everything, and they weren't about trying to put this man in jail because of a porn star.
And Bill Clinton, he had sexual relations with his assistant.
You see,
which he's supposed to go to jail for.
Exactly. Almost got
there you go.
Almost got him impeached. Shut up. He didn't.
It's laughable. That was way I saw you put this topic. I was like, man, I would just go in real quick because it's laughable. But everybody say, no, Corona, you're a Trump fan. You like Trump. That's that. I say, no, I could care less about Trump. I like his policies, the stuff that he was doing for. Mind you, when he was president, everybody was winning. I didn't see nobody losing. Everybody was winning from every race.
Yep.
Even during the pandemic, everybody was winning.
Yep. He made sure, like at the pandemic, y'all had money. especially with the work unemployment. There were some people who took it, either they quit their job or tried to quit and try to get it, and then also did LOA for like 3 or 4 months just to get the unemployment. And that was because unemployment was making more. They was getting more unemployment than their regular job.
Okay, you ever read any comment? Bill Clinton did say, he said he publicly stated he did not have
sexual relations with that woman.
He did. He publicly stated that.
Yeah.
But everybody knew it was a lie because she even said it. She gave him a blowjob. So like, you know, so it's crazy. I want to see how it's going to transpire next week. And of course, I know when it transpires, Jordan, I know that's going to be like the hot topic. I know you're going to be like, yo, he got to talk about this. So, but I just want to see how this whole thing is going to play out because they've been trying a long time to shut this man down. Mind you, they tried to impeach him 3 times, failed. They tried to put him in jail 1 time. Well, it's failing, but now they're trying to get him on something else, which makes no sense.
Yeah. And the thing is, they can try to hurt us, but they like I said, it's like they're gonna fail. I mean, they go. That's to me, it's just the impeachment twice, but you know that's happened. That's the first time happened in American history when somebody got impeached twice, and they, you know, and it couldn't find anything, nothing.
Yeah.
So the same thing with this. It's like this is something small. They can try. They're gonna fail, and then Trump, he's gonna be good after that.
Yeah, I don't think if I see him going to jail, I would think of him doing it as a political stunt, just to bring his numbers way up. And then if that's the case, no one should even run for president because he pretty much got it. He pretty much got it. Biden he's not capable of running again, even though his wife said he is going to run again. I think it's a waste of time. I don't even think he might even be, God forbid, him, be living. You know what I'm saying? Because he look like he's ready to go.
Yeah, he every time I see, he's always like to say, look how he got the metro. He's always sleeping. You know, he's just like he's out of it. It looks like he's out of it. he an old man. You would say you can't do that, man. You're too old, man. You ain't what you used to be.
And I don't think he can handle the stress. And I don't think he can handle the stress when it comes to Russia, Iran, Brazil, trying to get the American currency out of their country. So it's just, I don't think he's capable of doing that. I don't think like you say, he's just an old man. So it's just funny. It's just funny. And I'm just reading the comments, and when I'm reading the comment, it's just like the people, the hatred towards Trump is so real. And I thought, wow, this man is really hated. This man is really hated. And now that people wait for him to speak. Literally, Joe Biden go on news, they're like, oh, I ain't watching it. Trump is on news. Everybody tunes in.
Ronnie, I'm always tuning in. Because he might say something. He might say something I like. He might say something that I don't like, that I possibly like, but I'll still bust like that. Tell me, I can't believe that I can't believe that he just said that. This was something I don't like, but he had so charisma. Like, I can't believe this man just said that.
Yeah. But that was it. Hey, he said, the symbol like a fake news. He the one that burned that out, like fake news. And now everybody's starting to believe it. Everybody like, yeah, the news is straight up biased. They're not giving you the true information. They're hiding a lot of things from the people. And Trump was like the one that was literally telling the people information. Like the situation was transpired in China, how the whole COVID-19 started. And Trump was right. So it was like everything he said, he was right about. So that's why everybody like, okay, let me tune in. Because if he said something about the administration, everybody gonna tune in. And I would say I tune in to when he was talking about the government and how also the economy and how both sides are failing the people because of the simple fact of the Biden administration is not doing their job. Mm-hmm. They focus on some other shit. I don't even know what they focusing on, but they
ain't focused on anything. Like I said, they're not doing anything. It's like it's too much stuff going on. It's like we in the United States, we in the world of chaos.
Yeah.
And like I said, no matter what city, what state, it's always something's going on. Remember last week we talked about how the Seneca Valley bank. Remember we talked about the bank?
Yeah.
They was losing money. Like I said, it's like stuff like that, and one of the richest counties, in the United States, start losing money. That just tells like, yo, the United States are shitty right now.
That's going on, and also the situation with Philadelphia, which we talked about. The water in Philadelphia, the water in Front never got fixed. Situation that's transpired in Mississippi. Mississippi right now just had a terrible tornado. Biden was there. He did a little speech like how he's going to regroup, and him and his team they're going to regroup and try to repair the city again in Mississippi. But I'm like, a lot of things is going on within the country, but nobody's paying attention because everybody's worrying about Trump being indicted. Everybody's been worrying about Trump being indicted since last week. Since Trump came out like, "Oh, I'm gonna be indicted," and trying to put me in jail, which I knew that was not gonna happen because a president going to jail that's just like a sham within the nation. It will bring the nation value down. Be able to see a president going to jail.
And that's to tell you how messed up society it is that we think about Trump going to jail. Make sure you're liking the mother set up what's going on in our country.
Yeah, and I forgot too. The explosion in Ohio. Yep.
Yeah.
So the country is at war with itself, and Biden don't have the capability and the mind power to handle the situation that transpired within the nation. You need someone strong, someone strong-minded, someone that can handle the nation like a business. It's him. Don't get me wrong, Ron DeSantis, he does a thing in Florida, but seeing him as a president, I don't know if it was going to fly that well.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like he's so bad. You forgot who the vice president is. I forget it's Kamala Harris sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't like to say we don't think it. Like I say every time. Like I said, the first thing we talked about what she wanted, said we did it, y'all did that. We ain't heard from her since. You kind of forget that Joe Biden is the vice president.
No, but John, I'll be honest with you. I think Ron DeSantis is going to be Trump vice president because of the way things are setting up.
Yeah.
I think Ron not going to win. I think he's just going to be his vice president.
I can see that happening.
And the year after that, I think people won't vote for Ron.
I can definitely see that because Sanchez, he's making a lot of noise in Florida, a whole bunch of noise. And other states like Michigan, Texas, especially California, they talk badly about Sanchez. Like, oh my God, I would never move to Florida. I would never move to Florida. But yeah, like I said, he's causing a lot of controversies, and I can definitely see Trump picking him as the vice president.
Yeah, I see Ron being his vice. If somebody asks me, I see Ron being his vice. Biden, I doubt it. Kamala Harris is gonna be his vice president. I think she's gonna try to run, but I don't see her being his vice president. No. I think she did a terrible job. She really didn't do anything. At least Mike Pence did something. She didn't even do anything. I don't even know what she did. If you think about it, like, what did she do?
That's what I'm talking about. You forget that she's a vice president. You don't know what she did.
And I just want the people to vote better, man. To vote better. That's what I want the people to do. Vote better this time. Like, vote better. Just vote based on the policy and not the person. Even if it's not Trump, vote on someone that's gonna bring the best policy within the nation. That's what we need right now. We desperately need that. This nation is falling apart.
Yeah, that last everybody's going by their feelings. Now, it's so messed up. It's so messed up here in America. They're not actually going to think about it now. Think twice about it and not go by their feelings. To make their pockets better.
Yes. So, but according to sources, I'm gonna go back to Trump's indictment. So right now we just going in. I love political talk,
yes,
but I'm trying to see what day they're trying to actually indict him to New York City.
Ooh.
I want to make sure I got the date.
I think I had it on my first one. Let me see.
You have it?
I think I did. Go back. It's this. Where is it?
I don't know if it's sometime.
It says this upcoming Tuesday. So that's what April. It's April 3rd, April 4th.
Oh, so it's upcoming Tuesday.
Upcoming Tuesday. Yep.
Yeah. I'm saying they just trying to cause another catastrophe within the state because everybody support Trump. Remember, he had 73 million people voted for this man. So 73 million people support this man within the whole population in the United States. So that means if something happened to Trump, some people they're gonna go to war for him.
Yeah, and
you know, you saw the situation that transpired in the Capitol.
Yeah.
So it's just Trump, whatever Trump say, people are ready.
And I can definitely see that some of the states that went blue the last election, they're going back red, especially Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia's going back red.
And I can see Florida going back red as well.
No, Florida's already red.
It's already red? Okay.
Yeah, Florida never changed.
Yeah.
No.
And Nevada.
Pennsylvania back red.
Nevada back red. So I think Nevada was blue at the time. And Arizona went blue as well, didn't they?
Yeah, Arizona. Arizona didn't cast their vote.
Oh, okay.
They didn't.
Got it.
They felt like it was real. So they say no.
Oh, okay.
So they need a red or blue. They didn't cast their vote. So 73 million people voted for this man. So you mean it's gonna be next time gonna probably be 90 million people.
I see 100. I say 100.
Damn, 100?
Yeah, because a lot of people, they like you said, what's this? Joe is doing a terrible job, man. He's not gonna. To me, you will see a shift, Ronnie. You will see a big shift. It's gonna be. I can see 60-40, or 65 35. What's that? Oh, yeah. Twitch. Okay.
That's Twitch. Yeah, it's a promotion. I saw it too. I thought it was a comment though. It's Twitch. But at least we got that one Twitch user, but that's not him. That's just like a promotional thing for Twitch.
No, okay.
Yeah, so that was saying. So that was it. I'm just waiting to how things play out on Monday. Then when we come back and talk about it again probably next week, and then I'll be like, okay, I have my full research done on this stupid indictment charge. I really think it's just a waste of time for the American people. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of stuff going on. They want about Trump being indicted,
yes, sir,
for some hush money.
Yeah. This.
Oh, you wasn't supposed to do that. Why didn't you get him dead?
Exactly. Before the election, but they like to bring over stuff so they can stop him from running into office and everything. They trying their best, Ron. They trying their best they can. And there's other stuff they got worried. There's other stuff we need to worry about. Because this man hurt your feelings.
She even first time Florida said the same thing. It's dumb.
Yeah.
That was like, I couldn't believe it was trending on the news. I'm like, there's a lot of things right now going on within the economy, within everybody's state, and they talk about this man being indicted. Literally, that made major news. Hell, that was it. The news know they missed Trump so bad, they gotta find something to put this man back in so they get the viewership again. Because nobody haven't been watching the news. Right. They've been censoring everybody.
Donald Trump, when he was in office, that was probably the most news I heard watching my life. Like Donald, he said, "Well, try everything they can see him behind bars." Yeah, desperate.
Exactly. They desperate.
They desperate.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, Donald Trump give news stations views. He gives them views.
He do.
And I don't think people will notice. Like, he gives you views. Like I said, he makes Twitter big, super, super big. Like every time Donald Trump posts on Twitter, you see the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and Ball Alert be posting what. Look what Donald Trump said. Are you serious?
Facts.
Like I said, Donald Trump, he was like social media wise, he was the best. He was really good at it. He was savvy about it. He know what to do. He know what to say on social media to make the news stations buzzing and also social media buzzing as well.
No, that's facts. That is facts. So like I was saying, this one right here, it's just I don't know about to do our closing remarks, but it's just, to me, it's just funny. Like me just thinking about it, I'm like, man, like literally, they really want to see this man behind bars. Like I think I'm gonna just troll because I feel like it's just funny. It's like, man, like the president of the United States is behind bars, but he couldn't do that to Nixon, who took the American dollar out the go. He took the gold out of the American dollar. So that right there, that's supposed to be like prison sentence. You talk about Bill Clinton, who slept with one of his secretaries.
Yeah.
You talk about Joe Biden do trade with China under the table. But yeah, this man slept with a porn star, and he told her just be quiet. Here's a couple of dollars just to be quiet. Don't tell nobody my secret.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but go ahead. Well, Hakeem, you got any final thoughts, Hakeem? Hakeem, you got any final thoughts?
Hakeem, you
I know
there?
he's busy right now. Well, hopefully, because I know he's busy right now.
Yeah. But I would say
But go ahead, Jordan.
I would say my final
Yeah,
sauce.
go ahead,
And my final sauce is on this is like, hey, Trump can make money in America, yo. And I don't know why we doing all this. He definitely brought in money. So he's like I said, he's going. We might, like I said, we're gonna see the process on Tuesday. And like I said, and eventually if he gets in, I feel eventually he's gonna beat the case. And after that, he's gonna run for president. He's probably gonna run for president again. So to me, this is nonsense. I don't know why the liberals trying to do the best way they can, but this is nonsense. So let that man do what he needs to do. That's my final thoughts on that.
Yeah. Shout out, like first time for said it too. Andrew Tate and his brother got released. Yeah, I was reading about that. They right now they're remaining at home, but they're on house arrest. They can't go anywhere. Both of them.
Oh yeah, facts. Yep.
And shout out to you, Gore. Cause Gore say he's traveling, but he's listening. Yeah, shout out to you, Gore. Yeah,
thank you, Gore.
We just talking about the
appreciate
Trump situation. Yeah, we appreciate you too. We just talking about the Trump situation or how we feel like it's really dumb. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like we said, like even first time Florida said it makes no sense. So this is my final thought. At the end of the day, I know they say the indictment's coming because I know Jordan J on Tuesday. I know he's not gonna be on nobody's jail. More likely his lawyer team is gonna take care of it, and it's gonna be a legal battle. It's gonna be a waste of New York taxpayers' dollars. And Trump is gonna bounce from it. What Trump is gonna do, because he's a businessman. And one thing people keep forgetting about Trump, he like to sue people. He sue people like crazy. So best to believe it's gonna be a countersuit. It's gonna be a countersuit. And I think this one, if he found out guilty on this one, but then he come back, this countersuit is gonna be big. He might try to come back a trillionaire. Like he's gonna put a dent. He's gonna put a dent in them, real bad. So I hope the state of New York know what they're doing, because remember, you're not just going against any man. You're going against the president of the United States. So it's gonna be crazy. But before we go, play music.
Right.
Hey, first time Florida. Text Hakeem for me because you know he's busy. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is Brown Dollar music. Yes. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Dillon. Appreciate you for coming.
Appreciate you, brother.
You know, it's the weekend time, guys. Enjoy that. Get that drink. Relax, chill. almost burning like an ember. All the blowing the smoke. From December to December. Wanna go get tasty money, then watch how I do it. I see you watching from the sideline, yeah, watch how I do it. I came. I don't know. You got any final thoughts?
Oh my God, I'm back. Who's playing that music?
I am.
Hey, my thoughts is, man, we got a book pop.
Terry Hines. Hold on, y'all.
Go ahead. We can't hear you. I'll turn it down. Go ahead.
We got to vote for our beloved president, 45, and people just need to be smart and see this for what it's worth.
Yeah. All right. And guys, you know how we get down each and every week? That you on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. On your way out, if you have not done so already, please make sure you subscribe. And also on your way out, please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Enjoy your weekend. Baseball is back. And also, guys, make sure you go in the community tab. In the community tab, remember, it's the KI Culture Radio t-shirt. And also Prince Hakeem new book. I came today, was very busy. Very busy, man. You see, we keeping you guys entertaining. We got you see, we got the shorts, we got the reaction video, and we also go live to keep you guys entertained. Help us support and let us bring this platform to the sky, baby. Thank you for the 500 subscribers, man. Thank you. 500 more. We on the road, baby. Thank you, guys. We over and out.
Peace.
Peace.